Good morning. Good morning. Top of the morning, Monday. Welcome to Creative Entrepreneur Series. We are back with a new week, talking to new people, and I'm so excited for who we have on at the top of the hour. She is someone that I met last year, and her business is transforming and with so much purpose, and I am just ready to talk to her. So let me get her in. I see her. Yes. She's coming on in now. Hi
Hey, how are you?
there. Good morning.
Good morning. I am in between, you know, my schedule, so don't mind the
I
beautiful
love
outcome.
it. I love it. I know you're doing some traveling, some vacationing. We talked like a while ago. I know you were going to be busy this week, so I'm just so
Yes.
happy you were able to come on, but I had to let the people know.
I appreciate it. Oh my God, I'm so excited.
Yeah, so the way we're going to start this off is telling people just who you are, and how we met. A lot of this conversation today is just going to be about, what the experience was like with Latoya Deshawn, what that has meant for your life in this time. Because, when I worked with you, I was literally just formalizing my business in
Okay.
terms, I had just did a rebrand. So
Okay.
I had, I was just going in with like, this is what I know I'm worth. And I was
Uh-huh.
only a few months into it. And so, until I had you, I was like, well, that's it. That's all. And so let the people know who you are and how we met.
Okay. So my name is Twyla Malcom. I am a licensed professional counselor, LPC. Um, I've been in practice now probably about a little over 8 years. Actually, almost 9 years. Almost 9 years.
Wow.
Yeah, so I've been in private practice though, full time only since November has it been full time. Um, just before my birthday. So which is actually that goes into how we met. So I decided like my life has been transforming, right? Um, and I
We'll talk
decided
to them before, make sure that, because, a lot of times when we talk about personal, where we are now, we forget about, like, think
how
about
we
that
got
woman and where she was before you made that phone call and everything, because you're different now.
I am so different, and probably I probably want to forget. So let me go back. So prior to November, I was working full time supervisor this agency, working with adjudicated youth. I was so many different things. I was divorced and doing private practice only part time, and I had started talking to God like, God, if you could just get me to this many clients at this rate, I could substitute my full time job um for just my private practice. And I was asking God for the bare minimum to to sustain my private practice. Like that was my mindset. God, if you just give me this one number at this rate, I'll be okay. I can leave my job. Um, but something started happening within me. I actually um so I was attempting to get a house here in Michigan, and something just didn't go right, and so that didn't go well, and so I had to um move out of my place and was technically homeless for 4 months. Not quite. I had a roof over my head. I'm blessed, but technically homeless.
Yeah.
And so I still was like, okay, I'm still gonna go to this job. It's taking up all my time. But I really want to focus on my practice. So anyway, I decided like that's not working. God, I want to do a new thing. And
You
so
did
I'm like,
what?
I was
You said
like,
what? You
I said,
decided.
I decided, God, this is not working. I need to do a new thing. And so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go out to California for my birthday. I think I want to do a photo shoot. And I was like, so one of my girlfriends that lives in California, she's like, you need to find a makeup artist. You need to do this. You need to find a photographer. You need to do this. And so she sent me your bio, your Instagram page. And so I'm like, oh, I'm gonna go with her. And so literally I was just wanting to do a photo shoot for my practice, to rebrand my practice, to like change my website. And I just want the makeup done. And I had never before paid more than $65, maybe $75 for my face to get beat.
Now tell
Like,
them your market, because that's important. Where are you, the state you're in?
so I am in Michigan.
Yeah.
I'm in the metropolitan Detroit area. So not directly in Detroit, but just maybe about 35, 40 minutes from Detroit, the city of Detroit. Um,
So people in Detroit, $65. No.
that's not right. That's
No.
not what's up, right? Let them know. Let them know. But that is That is what oh, hey, Carla, she's here. She's the friend that actually got me connected to you. So she's like, here, go with, this person. So I reached out. I think I maybe sent you an email or an inbox or something. And let me tell you, my life changed the moment you called to confirm. You called and you were like, hey, this is Toya. I'm a makeup artist. And you just started going. I don't even know what your first few words were. You just started going about building my business, building my brand, charging what I'm worth. You talked about
Just
another
getting
client.
you prepared and having you
Yeah.
really see fully what it is you're about to invest in, because so many times, let me go do the photo shoot, but like, what does it mean? How is it going to impact your life? It
Yes.
should translate to money, like what
It,
if
I'm telling you, all of that. I simply wanted a makeup artist, and I wanted a photographer, and I wanted to put some pictures on my website. And you were like, "Well, no. What do you want to make? Do you want to make the six figures? How much do you need to be charging? You need to be asking God. If you asking God for 10,000 a month, you need to be asking God for 30,000. You need to, like." And I was like, "This lady is blowing my mind. Like, is she crazy?" But then I'm like, "No, she's not crazy. Why can't I make six figures doing this? Why can't I do more? Why can't I rebrand?" And it was your energy and your vibe and your spirituality, and you talked about asking God and going to God about this thing. And I mean, we talked maybe 30 minutes, and y'all, and this is probably, I'm gonna give her old price because she's worth so much more. When we got done talking, she's like, my price is $550. And I was like, let me send it, like, for a face read. And I didn't hesitate. I didn't blink an eye. I didn't bat an eye. But I think I know that I felt in that moment she is worth that, because she has blessed me already in this 1 30-minute phone call with so much more. Not only that, I'm believing God for for the seed that she's already planted. So I'm gonna make this 6 7 figures. And so this is a very small seed to be planted for what I have already gotten. So that's like, literally, I met Latoya trying to get some makeup done, and it has turned into so much more than just a face beat.
I love that, because again, like I had sat down to put together why I knew I was valuable. I had been doing that the whole time, but just was never charging what I thought it should be worth.
Yeah.
And, I was starting to get that, but it really wasn't until your energy. Because, sometimes some people call and they're like, okay, 500. Okay, great. I'll send it now. And it's like, all right, should I have charged more? Is this
Right,
exciting?
right. I get that.
But you were so excited, and I was happy to be there for you. I knew you had took the money and it was an investment. So I showed up as I always did, but, I'm just more clear about that woman. I want you to be able to move through. I want, when we're in our exchange, for you to feel confident and
Yeah.
comfortable. And all those things matter about the whole photo shoot.
Yeah.
Tell the people what it was like after you was then sold, and then I gave you a whole book.
You did. So, and I wish I had reached out to you sooner, like prior to um confirming and putting my deposit with the photographer, because you did. You sent me this ebook, and it talked about choosing a photographer, choosing your outfits, how to, just choose multiple, and go from there. Like, it was so much. I think what it was is, you didn't just want to make the money and do my makeup. Like, you saw this woman, this black woman, and like, I want to see her win. Like, I want to win. Like, you gave me the energy that you wanted to give yourself. And so when I got the ebook, I'm like, dang, she's dropping all kinds of jewels. I should have done this. I should have done that. I should have had a different photographer. I should have. I mean, not that was great, but for what I now know that I
Yeah.
want to look for is very different, and I didn't get that until I read your ebook. But I got the ebook. I got like other phone calls and conversations, and I'm like, this lady is all the way live, like, so live, like, oh my god.
The only reason why I could do that is because someone did that to me. And so I think it had to be maybe a month before my photo shoot. A friend, a stylist, came to me and was just like, oh no, this photographer is not going to work.
Yeah,
But
yeah,
she's a fashion stylist. So she was able to really just get in there with her expertise and say no. And then she was
yeah,
like, you need these people. And so she gave me a couple options, and then also challenged me to think about why I wanted to choose it. Because of course, one was black and one was Asian. And I was like, okay, I'll go with the black person. She's like, no, why?
yeah. Why?
And when we looked at what I actually really wanted, it's crazy, because when you look at the book, the inspiration looks exactly like how the pictures Like it's so
Yeah.
close to exactly what I wanted. And the other photographer didn't provide that range in the first place.
Right.
And so it just really matters what you're doing, why you're doing it, what is the impact, right? What are the stakes here for yourself? And I'm so glad that within just a photo shoot, which is only one thing I provide in this academy, out of the so many things that I provide that you get. And so I'm so glad that it was
Yeah.
valuable for you.
It was. And let me tell you, all of the things that you just said, I think as I'm remembering, they are a lot of the things you said to me. Like, who's your target audience? What do you want to accomplish? What do you want to convey? Like, all of these different things are the very things you asked me in our first conversation. And I'm like, dang, I just wanted some makeup done and photo shoot. I didn't even know. Like, and I'll keep saying that because that is all that I was looking for. I need makeup artist to get my face beat, and I just need a photographer to take some of these pictures, and I'm gonna throw them on my website. And it was as mediocre as I'm saying it, is as mediocre as I was thinking it
Yeah.
until I talked to you and realized that I need to be digging so much further. I need to be creating.
Stop playing
I need to
small.
visualize it. Yes, yes, I absolutely needed to be doing that.
Yeah. Step into your confidence, affirm yourself, do whatever you got to do to know that you're worthy of it.
Yep.
It'll come. We prepare. What the everything on purpose is all about. We prepare, we get ready, we
Yeah.
stay
Yeah.
ready so we don't have to get ready, because when God does it, it comes from we don't know where. But I bet you one thing, we prepared. And
Absolutely.
that's what it is, and that's why we keep on going. So in the spirit of keep on going, tell the people how just that whole thing just unlocked your mind so much more, that gave you the to say, I'm about to go into private practice, I'm going to do it. Because I didn't
Yeah.
know that you were, you have been talking about kind of both in a lot of things, but I didn't know you were really working full time somewhere, because we really, after I think
It was a
I
30
asked
minute
you, you just was
conversation.
like, baby, I'm going this way. So
That's
tell me
what it
about
was.
what that has been.
Oh my God, like, where do I even start? So, can I tell the people first how you showed up though? Like,
Yeah, yeah,
can
yeah.
I? Like,
I'm
we're
here
not
for
gonna
it.
skip over that part.
Okay.
So, so when Latoya showed up, she came into the apartment and she was like, "Hey, girl, how you doing? I'm here." And I'm like, "Oh, okay." We was like, we old friend. We just met. It was our first time meeting. She laid out her makeup all over the counter. She said, "Wait, nope. You turned your music on first. Turn the music on. Turned it up. Had the makeup laid out. Pulled the light out. Just vibing and doing her thing. Like we having a party at like it was like what 9, 10 o'clock in the morning.
Your friend had the food,
She had the food
okay?
laid out. Oh my God. We had a nice little spread. We had mimosas. We had like it was a whole vibe. Like we had it
Yes.
set out nicely. Cause you were like in your ebook, you were like, make sure you feed your team. Make sure you have something for your team to snack on. And so we got that done, had it laid out. And so you came in with this vibe and I'm like, this light is amazing. Like she all up in it. Like she is in here. We got this whole spread. Help me get dressed, help the photographer with the lighting and the angles. And I mean, it was like the what you charge me now was really inexpensive for what I got. Like the makeup is that's just the skill. That's just the natural skill. But everything else that I got, listen, I'm trying to figure out how to fly you to Ghana with me. That's
Come
that's
on.
how that's
But
like
tell the people how many hours. Because it was, how long is my, do I stay? two
you only
hours.
well you 2 hours. It was just 2 hours, and you had. I wish that you could have stayed longer, but you had somewhere else you had to go. You had to get your money, but it's just 2 hours. But in that 2 hours, though, you did all of those things. Like, and then even for my last outfit change, you left me here's a little dab of lipstick. When you change, put this on. This color is gonna match this outfit. See you later. Bye. But that whole it was 2 hours. It was that amount for just 2 hours, but it was a whole vibe for 2 hours.
And talk about how
Energy.
important it is to close the sale in terms of my recap with you and having you go and do a review. I think it's important that we have feedback on our jobs, no matter, how good we think we are, we can always learn.
Yeah, absolutely. And you did ask me to do that, but I was thinking for what? Like, people don't naturally feel what I felt. Like, what you want me to do a review for? Like, this ain't make it make sense. But for me though, it was just a natural connection. It was a natural vibe, and so you asked me to do a review. I really didn't understand it because I'm like you sold yourself. Why are we doing this? But it is important to get feedback because maybe someone isn't looking for what I got. Maybe they don't know, but anyway, for me,
You know, it's feedback because I want someone else to feel as confident when they pick up the phone. When I give out my value, that you come back with your value, knowing
yes,
that we're about to do valuable work. We need to hear the stories. And in my business, we start with behind every face is a story. If we did not know where you start, we don't know why you're standing right now.
yeah,
And so it is a journey. We always want to walk you from here to here. And that's what you do in your work. And so it's the same thing. And so sometimes can't be as intimate like this, that we still need to leave something lasting. And so that's why I had you close it out that way as well too, because in the spirit of you saying, Latoya, I could just tell she just wanted to help me, like she just
yeah.
wanted to help.
That's what it sounds like.
That is literally my heart. And so you wrote that because in the spirit of helping and being a steward, we're going to keep going and keep it going.
Yes. And
Yes.
so now I can answer the other questions. What it's been like. So so actually the week that I was in California, that had been the day before, 2 days before was my last day at my full-time job. Since then, remember I said in the beginning, I was asking God for a specific number for my practices to sustain me to replace that. Since then, I have changed my mindset. And so my goal became, God, my new goal for clientele is waitlist. Whatever that number is, my new goal is waitlist. I don't have a cap on it. I don't have a cap on myself, and I don't have a cap on God and what He can do. So my new goal, God, is waitlist. Whenever I start to feel like I am overflowing, then I need to create a waitlist, and so that's my new goal. And let me tell you, I am almost at waitlist.
What?
Just a few more clients, not even a few. Maybe I probably can take now maybe two, squeeze three, but then I will be at waitlist from November to now. Less than a year, I am
Come
almost at
on.
waitlist. Less than a year because my mindset changed once we talked. I am almost at waitlist. I am at everything for me is higher. I'm overcome all of those things. I'm definitely not homeless anymore, but my bills have almost doubled, and I'm still in saving. Putting money away, savings. Like I am almost at wait list
You just got
because
back
my
from out
mind.
the country
And
also.
I'm leaving Friday, going back to
Come
Ghana,
on.
out the country. Like my dream trip was going to Africa. I went in May. Here I am going a second time in 3 months because I took the cap off of God and I took the cap off of myself and made my goal waitlist. And here I am, almost at waitlist, headed out the country again.
You can do
So
that business anywhere.
let me
Okay.
tell you, let me tell you something. God has been so good, and I believe that our connection, our like it was divine intervention because I'm telling you, my mindset was very much, God, give me this number, and it was a small number. It would have just been getting me by, and the cap is off, and I'm still like, okay, God, now that I'm almost at waitlist, I need some of these contracts to come in and create some of these groups. I need some of these government contracts. I need more. My mindset is bigger, not because I'm greedy, but because I believe that God has a calling on my life, and I believe that He wanted me to experience the fact that I can ask Him for big, and He will bless me with big, and I can do big. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he would never give you vision if you couldn't see it out. And
Absolutely.
the thing about what I call entering the dreaming zone is like you're now on this journey now. So yeah, you can have your clients that you do your private practice. You can also seek out these government contracts. You can also say in a year I'll start doing government contracts because I want
Yeah.
to fully hone in my private practice that I just fully went private with. Like you're on the journey now. You're staying very linear. You know your purpose. You know why you're here. For the rest of your life, as long as you wake up, you will do that. And
Absolutely.
how he will expand you, you don't even know. You're just going to keep being obedient, but asking
Absolutely.
and being specific, right? Because what did I tell you? If you wrote this number down, he's probably going to give you 56% more. Remember I gave
Yeah.
you the math?
Yeah. You did. You did. You did.
I gave you
And
the math.
He
Because
already
but that's
is.
how much we doubt God. About 56. When I did the calculation, it's about 56%.
Let me tell you, I didn't do my calculations, but we might even be surpassing that. Let me tell you,
Yeah. Yeah.
because
56. Yeah.
I was so limited, even in my schedule. Like I was just everything was limited. I had so many boundaries, so many caps. Like, and now it's just limitless. And like I said, when I add these maybe three clients, that's me squishing um for my wait list. But it's so abundant now. I'm so blessed. All from needing the face beat and needing a little $65 makeup artist that turned into this over $500 makeup artists, which is so much more.
I just appreciate you so much because after you, now I get phone calls. I won't say all the time, but a nice amount from women who want to get their makeup done, branding photo shoots. It's all the same thing. And I'm amazed that they're all the same kind of woman.
Yeah, see, that
It's
has to be
like,
God too, bringing that for you.
it's the
For you.
same woman. And like, so me getting clear on who I wanted to serve, why I wanted to do it,
Yeah.
stems back from my story and everything and the inconsistencies that I had within working the various jobs and like how I knew I just wanted more, how I wish we could just collaborate for the collective effort, right? Instead of
Yeah.
like being in positional power all the time. And so, what I found that to get people to work with me also, if you aren't as passionate about your business to be able to explain why you want the makeup done, then I don't really feel as passionate about showing
Yeah.
up also. And so it was because you were really, really, you really had a strong desire to do this shoot. Your life was changing, and I felt that. And I feel like a lot of people, when they call, either they don't want to be vulnerable, they don't want to just say, hey, this is where I'm sitting in life. They don't want to be honest. They want to, they want to get these conversations or get on these phones and give them a perception of who you are. But we know that with experience, none of that matters.
Okay.
Just tell me what you want. And it does not matter if I'm talking to you or organization. There's companies that I've even had this conversation with. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, if you would have just told me you were a new business, but you're sitting up here with this fancy website and I see celebrities showing up, then I know you got some money.
Yeah. Yeah.
So tell me that they came here for $2 so that I know that this is what we were, so it's just
Right.
be honest about where you sit in life, because it's the only way that you're going to see where you sit and be able to go above where you're sitting,
Absolutely.
you
Yeah.
know, being real.
Yep. I think
Yeah.
I was very honest, like I don't really have it, but I'm getting ready to create it because I've said that to you. Like this ain't what this is not what's in my budget. This is not what I set aside. But because you blessed me, this is what I'm getting ready to do. And I'm so glad that I did it. I'm so glad that I did it.
So I just appreciate you. I'm telling people about this leadership academy I just started. You knew I was working on something behind the scenes. You was like, keep raising the price. More, more, more,
I'm
more.
like, and I'm coming. Like, and it's funny because I saw the lunch and I was like, wait a minute. She ain't sent me an email, a phone call,
That's
a
okay.
text,
You about to
nothing.
get a text message because I'm
Okay.
not playing with you people. I'm done. I'm not about to continue to, we're going to do it in a different way because God said
Yeah.
abundance. And just like you and just like a lot of black women out here, we're out here serving everyone, yet being served the least.
Yes,
Even you
yes.
saying I'm going to squeeze a third. Why you squeezing a third? You got a waiting list. I'm still
I
trying to
got,
understand why you squeezing that. And
well,
how
it's
you
just a
going to get to
feel.
the wait? How the waiting list going to be real? You squeezing.
It's a
So,
feel because, like it's mental health. Everybody don't have
yeah.
the capacity to show up. And so I need to make sure that I stay at this minimum so that the maximum can continue to come. That's all.
Absolutely.
It's not because it's a
No,
feel.
I know, and I know that. But again, but more tailoring towards women. That's what we do.
We squeeze.
We always squeeze. We always make it work. We always, yes, it's mental health, but your mental health is the most important for you to be able to
Absolutely.
serve. So I hear you, but I don't, and I still need you to be clear.
And
You
that
know.
right there is why I continue. Like I messed with you. I was ready to cuss. That's why I mess with you because you be like, no, ma'am. Like, let's make it plain. Like, nope. Let me call you out. And I
Yeah.
appreciate that because I know that it comes from a place of love and passion for not just yourself. Like, this is not. I don't feel like this is just for you. It is for me and for us. And so that's why I'm able to receive it. Like, oh, she right.
Yeah, I mean, just it's really how you gonna be able to say I'm at waiting list, y'all, if you squeezing somebody in, and so
Yeah.
you have to think about what is it that you need the fullness of you to be able to give, and know that
Right.
whatever happens to these clients, whether it's in your control or not, that it's on purpose, right?
Absolutely.
That's what I preach. So it's on purpose. God has already figured out our life. It's just our job to get in alignment. So
Absolutely.
when you squeeze, God is like, but why? So
Yep. Come on through somebody. Absolutely.
And so that's exactly what, the Leadership Academy, it's mainly tailored towards creatives who want to go in the entertainment industry. Obviously, that's my major background and the thing that will entice people. But you already know what I've built works for anybody who just wants to decide, who wants to
Absolutely.
get out of their own way, who wants to stop making excuses. And what I'm happy about and what I just want you to know as a person is that I don't sit with everybody. And like you said, everybody's not sold. There's a whole bunch of people who are not sold. There are a
Yeah.
whole bunch of people who are just
Absolutely.
not where you are, who are not open, who are still struggling. I
Hmm.
know that, and I still see them because I'm still a human being. And what we learn is that it's levels to this.
Absolutely.
You know that you might
Absolutely.
have conquered one thing, but then God shows up and say, "But this is why. This
Yep.
is why you have to stay prepared because you do not
Absolutely.
know, but you have to know without a shadow of a doubt that I'm moving in this way. I'm deciding that no longer." So, and you did that. And that's why I have you up here today because I wanted to amplify you to let people know what the experience like when you're
Yes.
just in the energy of Latoya Deshawn, Patent Leather Project, Everything on Purpose Leadership Academy. This is where we start. And I've also developed and started grabbing a team who has the same values and love the mission. If no
Yep.
one can come through this company unless you know that we're here to transform the most dynamic women around the world.
Amen. I'm
And
so
that's
very
that.
proud of you and happy for you. I am. Like, I am so excited for everything that God has for you and everything that you're doing. I'm like, she is putting in that work. Is what I'm talking about. And it keeps me, even though we don't talk often, like with I'm following you, you're following me, and I remain encouraged, and I'm still on my drive because I'm watching you from a distance. I'm still doing my thing because I'm watching you do your thing.
Yep. I appreciate you so much. We're about to end this. This is Twyla. We didn't even talk about your practice a lot, but here's the thing. What I consider creative entrepreneurship is people who understand that what is my rate, okay? What is my value, and this is what I'm going to charge. To me, that's a creative entrepreneur because you just curated the experience. You've
Absolutely.
curated the life that you want to live. And so I appreciate you. I will be in touch with
Absolutely.
you this week before you leave because, yes, I am not going to be as available afterwards. God said so. So
Amen.
I'm going to, we're going to get you to decide even more this week. I appreciate you. And keep on going. Make sure you write those goals down though, because when you write it down, it happens that fast.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I'm watching it work. I'm watching God work. Thank you
Thank
for having
you
me.
so much. I will see you and talk to
Bye.
you soon. Okay.
Okay, take care.
Bye, y'all.
Bye.